Now before starting anything, you want to start off with a fresh and clean face. Then you want to grab your favorite moisturizer and apply that to your face. The moisturizer will provide a really nice base for all the products to sit on. Then you want to grab your favorite foundation and apply a super thin layer to your face. You want it to be thin because we will be applying a ton of products on top. For my highlight and contour, I'm going to use this Graftobian foundation palette, which is amazing. And I'm going to grab the second lightest shade right over here. And on a small little concealer brush, I'm going to start highlighting my face. Now, highlighting brings things forward, so you want to apply the highlighter in all the areas that you want to brighten and to highlight. So I'm going to apply it in a upside down triangle shape right underneath my eyes. And you really want to make sure that you apply the highlighter right on the inner corner of your eye, because we tend to have a lot of darkness there. Then I'm going to take the concealer down the bridge of my nose and up onto my forehead as well to highlight both of those areas. And then after doing that, I'm going to apply that to my chin as well as to the sides of my mouth. And these are all going to be the areas that we're going to highlight. And that is what all of the highlighting looks like when it's done. Now it's time to contour. I'm going to take a shade that's about 6 to 7 shades darker than my natural skin tone, and I'm going to grab these two and mix them together. Now here's a tip on how to contour cheekbones that's the most flattering for your face shape. Now if you have more of a rounder face, then you definitely want to contour right in the hollows of your cheeks, and you want to go straight down towards the edge of your mouth. But if you have more of an angular face like I do, you want to go straight across, because that will give the illusion of a rounder looking face. Now on a Real Techniques brush, I'm going to start contouring my cheekbones as well as all around my face. So at first, I'm starting off with my cheekbones. I'm just putting the product right there, and then we will blend it out later. And I'm also going to contour my temples as well as the perimeter of my forehead. If you have a larger forehead, then you could definitely go a little bit more intense with the forehead contour, but I'm just doing it like this. I'm also contouring my jawline as well as on the top of my chin, and also just the tip of my nose to give the illusion of a narrower looking nose. And then once I'm done contouring, it's time to start blending everything out. So you always want to start with the lighter color first. So I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend everything out until it's nice and seamless. So you just want to keep on blending everything out, and then once it's blended out, you can move on to the contour. So I'm taking this Duo Fibre brush from Sigma, and I'm going to start blending out my cheek contour. When you're blending out your cheek contour, you really want to make sure that you're blending it upwards and not downwards. Otherwise, it will just completely ruin the effect that you're going for. You want everything to be lifted, not to go down. So I'm pretty much just blending everything out, and I'm using my beauty blender to blend out my nose contour. So because we use creams, of course we need to set everything with a powder. So I'm grabbing this Anastasia Contour Kit, which is amazeballs, and I'm taking this banana shade, and I'm just using this to set my under eye concealer and everywhere else where I highlighted. And then I'm going to take this middle shade over here and the same brush that we used to blend out the contour, and I'm just going to run that along the same places that we used to contour earlier, just to set everything and intensify it just a tad. And then I'm grabbing my beauty blender just to make sure everything's nice and smooth. And that's what it looks like before we apply blush. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply some blush to liven up my face, and on an angled fluffy brush, I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks right above the contour, so it almost looks like the blush is fading into the contour, and it gives a really pretty effect. And then to intensify the highlight even more, I'm going to take this shimmery highlighter from MAC and apply that right to the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm going to grab a MAC Fix Plus setting spray and just spray that all over my face to lock everything in. Now I'm going to go apply my eye makeup, and that's what everything looks like when you're all done.